Oh, it seems a long time since I've made a video. Straight after Christmas, typically my computer blew up, and of course all the Christmas money and any money up, well, not every money, but you know what I mean, any sort of free money was taken up with Christmas, and then my son's birthday and the missus's birthday straight after Christmas. So we have three big outlays of money right around Christmas time, which means Andrew couldn't afford a new computer. But thankfully I've got one now. I've got a funky new HP Windows 10 thing with lots of memory, and a nice big HD screen, which is better than the old 14-inch Samsung I was using before. And it's sort of meant I've had to rearrange my workshop a little bit. So I've moved the Tech 453 up here. I've got my Solartron digital meter up there, signal generator here, and behind here all the other bits I used to have. But anyway, let's have a look at this thing. This was given to me by a very lovely lady in a nearby village. It was her grandmother's. It's a Kolster-Brandes table radiogram. I've never worked on a radiogram before, or certainly not a record player as such of this age. Obviously the radio section's behind here, and it's mounted vertically, quite unusual, and it's medium wave, long wave and VHF or FM. The set itself is a KB minor OG10, and it should have legs on it, but the lady couldn't find them. But she is going to look up in her loft, and if she does come across them and the original paperwork for it, she's going to let me know. Now, I had a quick look at this last night. I've not opened it up any more than having a quick look, because I didn't get it back till early evening yesterday. But it doesn't seem in too bad condition. The top is horrendous, where it's been in the sun and the varnish has cracked, and you can literally scrape it off with your fingernail. This will probably need either some toner on it and then refinishing, or I might just sand it down. But the problem is with that, where they've made cuts in the underneath of the ply to enable it to bend, the cuts are sort of coming through here, so you can see the marks where the bends are. So I don't know what to do about that. Inside it's just a old style record player. I think it's got 4 speeds on it, 16, 33, 45, I can't even see, yeah, 45 and 78. I think the needle's still on it. Yeah, there's still some sort of semblance of a needle. It turntable spins and it rumbles as usual. There. It's got a pretty big speaker on it. The speaker comes round like this. So this is a big beast, as you can see by my hand. I can hardly get it in shot. So more than likely the radio chassis is going to come out of the cabinet, and the radio cabinet, the cabinet itself is going to be tucked away somewhere, and I'll work on that when the weather gets better. Now, the lady said to me that she did actually plug it in. So it had been up in the loft for some time, and she did plug it in, and she left it. I know everyone's laughing, cardinal sin. And when she came back downstairs, the living room was full of smoke. So I don't know whether that was the dust burning off the valves. Hopefully it was. But I want to show you something inside that I spotted, which makes me think it might be something worse, and this set may actually no longer be salvageable. It's actually the audio output transformer. It looks as if the insulation's melted on it, and in that case this thing is absolutely unsalvageable. Right, here we go. This is the back of it. This is the back of it as a whole. And this is the radio chassis. As you can see, plenty of dust down the bottom. Someone at some stage has had it out and fitted a new mains lead to it. This is modern PVC cable. Don't know how old. Could be 30-40 years old or something. Right. It's got an FM dipole aerial tucked up here. You see the connections. That's for FM. It's got a ferrite aerial inside, which will probably be as much use as a chocolate teapot. Connections to the gramophone section there. Right, let's unplug this. It's interesting. So the earth connection looks like an old... Is that something off a curtain or something? Oh, I've seen one of those back in my youth. I don't know what it is, but it's some sort of... it's made of brass, but anyway, it does the job, I suspect. Certainly not original. Right, let's have a look at this. Do it in one hand. I'll switch this off and just do the back because I'm doing it in one hand. Right, here's the inside of it. Get a pointy thing. So, tuning capacitor up here, that's the ferrite aerial. Up there, oh sorry, up there, ferrite aerial. It obviously comes down the FM section. Guess up this end. And that's it's a triple filter can. You see by this date, this is about 1956-57ish. You can see how small they were getting compared to even like 5 years before. I assume this is to get the chassis out. You pull the knobs off the front and undo that, and then it might be a lift up. There's a little sort of screw down there that's inaccessible as a screw, but you might actually just lift the thing up and then pop the bottom out. Now what I wanted to show you is the audio output transformer. I actually turned this on its face and you can have a look underneath through this little gap here, and I've spotted some bare wires on this is that thing there. Oh sorry, that thing there is the audio output transformer, and I've spotted some it's sort of like tape wound, looks like electrical tape wound or something, and there's a hole in it as if it's melted. So hopefully the lady hasn't killed this. And I really can't do anything else until I get the chassis out, so I'm going to have a quick go at that now I've filmed that. I'll see if we can get the chassis out. Right, I've managed to get the chassis out. Lots of dust, lots of cobwebs, well not very many cobwebs, just a few around here. The dial cord has come off somewhere, that's why the pointer doesn't move, and you'll have to excuse me, this is quite a big cabinet to handle. I can't really film and manoeuvre the chassis around too well, so if I have to put the camera down or it gets a bit shaky, you'll have to excuse me. Right, as I mentioned before, she said there was quite a lot of smoke. Now a lot of smoke just might mean hazy, or the room was absolutely full, but I noticed this can here has got rather warm, and it's not the can itself, obviously, it's charring off the dust, probably off this valve here. Excuse me. So I just wondered whether that was the sort of hazy smoke was actually dust. I'm hoping, however, what I was mentioning earlier that I saw through the gap in the bottom was that the audio output transformer didn't look very well, and this is where you'll have to excuse me as I delicately manoeuvre. That is the audio output transformer, and that is not how it should be. it should be completely taped up like this side. I suspect that's either got warm from the valve next to it and melted, or the lady unfortunately has killed it by switching it on after all these years, because you must never switch one of these on and expect it to live after 30 years or whatever up in the loft. The mains transformer doesn't look as if it's had any melted wax or anything, which is a bonus. But yeah, that doesn't look good. Only way we can find out is by taking the chassis completely out, which I'll do in the next video, and testing it. But yeah, that doesn't look good, does it? Might be alright, don't know. What do you think? Right, let's have a flip it over and we'll have a look without breaking any valves. Oh, sorry, the camera's right into the light there. Right. So we got a mixture of sort of waxed capacitors here. I think that's a capacitor up there, that's a Hunt's. You've got a big resistor there that takes part in the smoothing circuit. Hunt's electrolytic there. Got another electrolytic there, that's probably the ratio discriminator. Yeah, none of these capacitors look as if they've been really burnt or melted. There's no wax dripping on the chassis or anything. So let's carefully flip it over without destroying anything. That's not fun. Right, and the front, yeah, there's the, oops, there's the dial pointer unattached. Looks as if it's come off somewhere. This will all need to be dial stringed. There's the little ferrite coil, ferrite aerial, which I bet you is going to be as good as a chocolate teapot. But yeah, and it's got I'm not sure if I said this, it's got a triple filter can there, quite a small one. I have to try and work out what to do with that one, whether to restuff or just have new components underneath. Goodly number of valves as well, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the radio set actually had a magic eye as well, so that would have been 8 valves. Right, I'm gonna put this one away for tonight because it's nearly bedtime, and gonna have a look tomorrow, and I'll upload this video using my new computer and see how long it takes. Right, thanks for watching. I hope you'll stay with me as we follow this one through to a grand conclusion, or if that audio output transformer's failed, I don't know what I'm going to do. Right, thanks for watching.